Hello everyone, this is FabvL, and today we have a FabvL song about Phainon from Honkai Star Rail. This is called Mirror in the Void. Now, I've already reacted to both HoloCG and Divide Music's Phainon song, so you can go find those on my page before this one. I thoroughly enjoyed both of those songs for a variety of reasons. HoloCG made me feel like this was her song was so angelic that it was basically like an anti-Sephiroth song. That's the only mention I'm going to say about it, because I've talked extensively about what I felt about it in both Divide's and Holo's reaction. But basically, I felt like that she managed to capture a heroic version of One Winged Angel is the best way I can describe it in the way she performed and the vibe that I got. And then we got Divide, who tricked us, who lulled us into a false sense of security and then hammered a freaking sun-laced sword straight into our skull that was made out of rock music that I was not seeing coming. And I was genuinely impressed and very shocked. Both of those songs made me feel like both of those artists should be making a song for Sephiroth in this same vibe and vein. But that's just wishful thinking for me. Now we are here to listen to FabvL's take on Phainon. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because we'll be pausing it, we'll be talking about it. And also down below is a link to my Patreon, where you'll find longer form reaction videos to various anime and TV shows. And without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah, all eyes on me, all eyes on me. Feel it burn when I breathe, feel it burn when I breathe. Yeah, I talk like a king, but I walk like a beast. And there's ice in my veins, but there's death underneath. I bite my tongue when I speak, while I'm grinding my teeth. You might die if you try, come and step in the heat. I've been so caught up inside my head, it's really crazy. Makes me feel hazy, yeah.
Okay, the first part of this song, the first like 44 seconds of this song actually felt very much like old school FabvL. This felt more along the lines of his like one of his Fortnite raps, one of his older Fortnite raps. It just the groovy little vibe that he had with his rapping, the choices of how he presented his lyrics, like all those things just felt very old school FabvL. But I could tell that there was something coming. Like, it felt like it wasn't going to stay that way forever. It felt like it was ramping up to something, because we know what FabvL is capable of doing in 2025. And all I could say is, I'm not going to say it would have been a disappointment if he hadn't have done any of his newer tricks, but it definitely would have been a slight letdown. But the moment that I heard the last couple of lines of this first 44 seconds, and I heard that like the instrumental cut out or was softening, I knew something big was happening. I think the chorus was about to hit us, and I knew the chorus was going to hit us hard. There we go. We went from early 2020s, 21-ish FabvL to 2025 FabvL in a snap.
Yeah, I held it in too deep.
Okay, before we get to this next section, I find it very funny now that we heard the first part of this second verse that he goes back to the older style rapping. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If anything, I think it's a brilliant choice because it makes the first part of the song feel relevant and connected. But it does also make me laugh a little bit because of the fact that it feels like, it feels like we're getting like old and new FabvL mixed together in this. That chorus was phenomenal. Everything about that hit really hard. The sudden guitar riff that just came in was beautiful. I was just laughing to myself a little bit because I'm like, I could have seen that a mile away. I knew that he was going to do that, and it ended up working out beautifully. But now I thought we were going to continue with that energy a little bit, but now he's decided to pull back the instrumental back to the way it was before. He's pulled back his voice a little bit. I'm sure he'll probably ramp it up a little bit. He is known for like occasionally throwing those really harsh, gravelly vocals in at random points later on in the song once we've been, introduced softly to the topic. Just to throw in a point, just to emphasize a point. And I feel like we're probably going to get that at some point. But it feels funny to me because I listen to a lot of his older raps, like his Fortnite raps and stuff like that. And so like this feels very nostalgic to me, hearing this style come from FabvL. It's really nice to hear again because I was just thinking to myself, I kind of wish that every once in a while he'd do one of those older style songs because they do feel very smooth and very nostalgic to me. And now here we go in 2025, getting a song that has a little bit of both his new age skill with his older style. And I don't know, that makes it fun for me to listen to.
Yeah, I held it in too deep. I held it in too deep. Now I see it when I dream, and now I see it when I dream. I'm all alone when I bleed, so I just sharpen the seams. Put my faith in the void, now it whispers to me. Feel the pull when it speaks, feel the weight in my reach. You get burned as you learn what is hiding beneath you. I've been so caught up inside my head, it's really great.
This part right here, the first couple of lines in the chorus also kind of sort of remind me of his Five Nights at Freddy's song, the way he starts off the chorus for that, if I remember correctly. Just like really high pitched, very soft, almost a little bit sad. It calls back to that a little bit. I know it has nothing to do with Honkai Star Rail, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting from it.
I've been so caught up inside my head, it's really crazy. Makes me feel hazy. Yeah. Another fire, another flame. Consume my heart, fill me with pain. Marry my thoughts, control my brain. I've become the shadow, I've become the mirror at the void. I tore through the static, and now I've come to break the seal. No fear in the havoc, just show me something I can feel. I'm lost, 'cause everything I love gone.
That section right there also kind of reminded me of his Gut song a little bit. Getting not just 2025 FabvL, we're getting Demon FabvL in here. Do you hear how low his voice is going for those? Like those low growls are startling.
Another fire, another flame. Consume my heart, fill me with pain. Marry my thoughts, control my brain. I've become the shadow, I've become the mirror at the void.
Was that guy just straight up human torching it through galaxies? Was that what I just saw? Because Jesus Christ, that was one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen. Wow. Okay. I see what you did there, FabvL. That was incredible and very impressive. And wow, just I don't know what else to say about that. The way that he decided to approach this song felt very interesting. It definitely felt like a juxtaposition between what I'm imagining Phainon was as a man compared to what he is as a god. Just like you get those lower key parts felt very much like down to earth. And then the chorus and all the other things where like the instrumental and FabvL's voice just pick up felt very much like he had ascended to godhood, which I feel like is very fitting, honestly, based on what we have heard about from this character in these songs. I feel like that is a very fitting and apt way of going about touching this subject. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am FabvL, and I will see you in the next video.